Welcome, everyone, to another Industrial Media Magic stream. As always, I am your gracious host, Chase. Today I'm going to do a very short stream, because I have a meeting afterwards, as I usually do on Fridays. So we're going to stream for about an hour today, and play a little bit more of Jade Cocoon, because it's kind of my current obsession right now. So, when we last left off, we finished the Beetle Forest, and we found the Blue Cocoon Master, Master Chorus. And Chorus gave us a little bit of information on this Calabash herb, and he said basically we need to go into the Dragonfly Forest and find the Birdman Kikinok, because he has some information for us that we might want. And Kikinok has a bit of an important relationship to sort of the lore of the story. I think for today's stream, I'm not going to finish the Dragonfly Forest. However, I may show off a lot of the monsters and collect the treasures and whatnot. I don't want to complete the forest because I haven't really showcased the NPCs yet. And the NPCs actually have differing dialogue depending on certain story beats you're going through. And as I said in the previous streams, the NPCs actually, they have some interesting stuff to say about the world of the story. And you lose a lot of that just by sort of bum rushing the story, speed running it, which you can do. I actually, I've been playing the game off stream on a separate save file, and I actually beat the game in about roughly 8 hours. It's a very short game if you're just playing it through, but if you go around and talk to people, you get a lot more out of it. And it's always nice when NPCs actually react to the events that are happening around them. Hello, Nemo. How's it going, my friend? Just kind of giving a brief recap of what we're doing, and talking about how I don't think I'm going to actually finish this forest today. Mostly because I want to talk to the NPCs. The NPCs actually react to story events. And if you complete the forest, they change to the next series of story beats. Just got done doing the dishes. Yeah, I kind of need to do those as well, but I'm going to have to wait until after the stream and after my meeting in about an hour. So, we're going to go into the Dragonfly Forest here. And we have this Terrafraid. This is actually an interesting time to showcase something I talked about in a previous stream. Because I have my own Terrafraid. And as you can see, mine is much bigger. And that is a quote. Yeah, actually off stream, before this stream, I was actually playing a little bit because I want to do a little bit of grinding. I wasn't really happy with some of my levels, and also I didn't have like a really good fire monster, which is really nice for this forest, because forests typically have like 3 of an element and then 1 less of another element. So like the first forest had a bunch of fires and wind and water, but like basically no earth. And then this forest has basically no fires. But it has a lot of winds, and that's why a fire monster is kind of nice to have. So yeah, as you can see, as your monsters level up, they actually get visually bigger. And they kind of go through a series of stages. This is sort of like an adolescent stage. The one I was fighting is kind of the child stage, and it will get much bigger as it levels up. It's an interesting aspect of this game, too, because certain parts of the body will also change depending on the life cycle your monster is at. Let's grab this item on the ground here. It's a kickleberry. That has some function, actually, in the forest after this one. So let's grab this tablet. It is a knowledge 4. You can actually go into the menu, and your tablets will be displayed here if you want to read them. Just click O. When inflicted with sleep, you cannot act. Your physical and magic defense and avoidance ability decrease, resulting in more damage from attacks. Yeah. I like it when status effects aren't just the status, but they actually have some sort of debuff. It makes them a little more interesting and useful. That's kind of mechanically how I handle it in my game too. And here we have a new enemy. This is the Toronco. This is kind of a family of little pterodactyl monsters. And this is Earth, so I'm going to showcase Vitolka, who is air. And as you'll see, Vitolka has also gotten much bigger because I have been grinding his level as well. And I guess I'll showcase Deva Multi. So these Deva spells are really nice because they change the area. So if you use Deva Multi, it kind of makes the area more wind-based. As you can see, the tint changes to more yellowish. And this actually decreases earth attacks. As you can see, that did nothing to me. And it also increases the power of air attacks. So this multi is going to blow this guy away. Yeah, one-hit kill. How many monsters are there in total, excluding fusions? I think 171. But as you're saying, I mean, there's a lot of palette swaps, but also considering you can combine the monsters together and kind of make your own, it's way more than that. Alright, let's go over here. Actually, I can check the minion list. Yeah, I was right, it's 171. But to be fair, like I said, a lot of those are palette swaps. But it's understandable in a game where you can combine monsters and they take traits from each other. Yeah, Vitolka, when he was small, was kind of goofy looking. He's starting to look a little more intimidating now. You can tell his fangs are starting to get bigger, and yeah. I always like that the monsters have life cycles like that. Let's pick up Magic Usage 1. What is this? Magic Usage. Mana will recover slightly, and damage is less likely while defending. Defend skillfully to boost your special attack and magic power. Yeah, defending is also actually really useful, which I like. I like games where defending isn't just kind of a useless command. In this game, when you defend, it lets you restore some of your mana or MP, which again is something I forgot about and implemented in my game because I wanted to make guarding a little more useful. Longer limbs too, yeah. One thing I was, oh, see, we got a 2-on-1 attack here. But Vitolka actually has a, an AoE attack, his foot attack, which I'll showcase here. Foot all enemies. Yeah, decent damage. Although, I think, yeah, let's just use Maltese. Not like the dog. Vitolka is turning into a bit of a powerhouse, I will say that. I may not even combine him, because he already has good spells. And merging in this game is, it's a little complicated, as you can imagine. But, stat growths for monsters in this game basically follow a linear path. And when you're merging, the two things you might consider are the abilities you get, because monsters don't learn abilities naturally. You actually have to combine in order to get more abilities. And also appearance, because you just might want something that looks cool. I haven't been able to show Asped yet, which is a new monster I made off stream. The thunder attack is really nice, yeah. I didn't get to showcase a lot of the spells in the last video because the monsters just didn't have enough mana, but now that they're leveling up, it's a little more usable. There's the earth attack. Yeah, if you see anything cool that you'd like me to capture, let me know. I've kind of already captured them, spoiler alerts, off screen, but I was using it to spin and make some money as well. The Alcos, these Pteranodon kind of monsters, they actually look pretty cool when they're older. Because right now they look kind of chibi, you know? They got the big head and the little wings, but the head size doesn't really grow, but the wings do, so it actually looks pretty cool when it's an adult. Yeah, a lot of earth monsters right now. You can kind of, the monsters are kind of like RNG. So there's this Earth Terrafraid, and then the Mardrag is the air version, and you can kind of mess with the RNG a little bit by walking in and out of certain areas to trigger it. I guess I can kind of showcase that, but I think they kind of made it that way to make it feel a little more custom. Like sometimes the monsters on the screen change depending on where you go. Let's pick up this skeleton key. This area is actually pretty easy to beat. There are some monsters you would probably want to pick up if you're doing your own run of the game. Some of them aren't spawning, because sometimes monsters just don't spawn. Let's go in here. Ah, here's a new monster. Ah, hello there, Fiddle. How you doing, buddy? This is the Rigoo. They're pretty bulky. They have good attack. But they're quite slow, as you can imagine. And they look like turtles with human faces, which is a little concerning. And yeah, they do a pretty good job of tanking hits. Unfortunately, they don't really have any good skills. That stomping attack is kind of their main skill. I might capture one anyway, just for the fun of it. Because you can, I mean, if you use that in combining, you can put the texture on something, so that could be kind of neat. And capturing things does raise your level, and if you don't like what you capture, you can still spin it and sell it. And we ranked up from novice to adept. Nice. And that is going to change the songs we play on our flute. So let's go over here real quick. There's a nice little chasm right here. And look who this guy is. What do you have to say?
Well, what do we have here? Aren't you a little young to be a cocoon master? So, you're a fake too, huh? Get your firefly cocoon somewhere else. This is my turf. You think you're better than me, huh? Well, you leave me no choice.
All right. We got a Poacher battle. Yeah, he's got a nice southern accent. I think they all do, actually. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. So let's fight this Poacher. Actually, let's stab him with our Quasar, or Moist Spear. Yeah, that did nothing. He's going to summon his own monster, though. And it's the Goat. And Goat is going to punch us in the face. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a water monster. So, you know what? Let's show off Asped. So this is Asped. He's sort of a snake hopper. Fire versus fire should equal out. What's creepy? The goat? These goat monsters are actually really good. If you can get them later in the game. They have very good stat lines. Man, he's putting a beat down on us. But Asped overcomes. And now this Poacher's going to fight Asped and do a lot of damage. So let's switch out. We're going to switch over to Terrafrayed. This is not your mama's Pokemon battle. Unless Pokemon trainers start using swords and axes to fight Pokemon themselves. And we win. We got a great walnut out of that.
Ow! I'll get you for that.
Yeah, get out of here. And we got the larva key. That's actually all we need to beat the forest. A tablet has been left behind at the hunter's camp. Magic usage 2. Your elemental attack power is related to the amount of elemental properties you have. Yeah, that's actually kind of important. You don't want to be combining willy-nilly, so you'll notice... I don't know if I can show it here. Okay, so if you look at this grid, the water, fire, air, earth grid on the top right, right now vitolka is completely air, so it's got like 100%, I guess, aptitude for the air element. But if we combine vitolka with like a water monster, it would have both water and air, but then the aptitude would be like half. So it would be half and half for each, and that actually matters in terms of how much damage it would do when it uses those elements. So that's something you have to consider. That's why I said before in the last stream that you sometimes want to have like 2 singular elemental monsters and then like a dual element, because if you make a bunch of dual elements, it's kind of a jack of all trades situation where it's okay at everything, but it doesn't succeed at any one thing, and that can be an issue in this game, especially near the end of the game, because there are some fairly hard bosses at the end. Oh, get to showcase this guy. This is the Oma. It's the water version of the Rigoo we just saw. So we're going to switch out the Terrafrayed to put a beat down on them. Just like the Rigoo, this guy only has the foot attack, so I mean, if you want to combine them because you like the stats or you like the design, I guess. It doesn't really have anything spectacular in terms of ability, though. Or, no, it doesn't have any magic or physical attacks. Do all monsters have 4 element variations? Technically, yes. However, a lot of variations come in the post-game dungeon, right? So like this Oma and the Rigoo, there's the water variant and then there's the earth variant we've seen, but those are the only two in this forest. There are fire and air variants, but you're not going to find them in the main game. You'll find them in the post-game. Oh, we got a nice little level up there for Terrafraid. And we can use the skeleton key here. We get a bunch of Agni seals and a silver crown. We can equip that silver crown. It actually lowers our defense, but it does give us more magic and speed, which is nice. And those Agni seals we got, those are basically attack items. Yeah. But the Levant is the one who uses them, and that's actually why Levant has a magic attack stat, if you were wondering, is because that scales, item attacks actually scale off of his magic attack. Not that Levant can actually use magic. Since that changed, because we went into that area, let's go see if we can find the wind version of the Alco, because that looks much cooler than the earth version. I think some of the monsters, they had like an idea for the base design, you know, where it's like, okay, this is like a pteranodon, so obviously it's air, and then they had to come up with other colors for the variations. So some of them, I guess what I'm saying is some of them feel a little more inspired, whereas some of the recolors feel a little more lazy. I kind of feel the same way about Mardrag. Like the yellow skin on Mardrag here it fits a lot more than the green one of the Earth version. But I'm still using the Earth version because it's the best Earth monster you can get at this point in the game. Oh man, it does not want to spawn for me, I guess. Oh, there it is, okay. Yeah, this is the Heralco, the wind version. I think the color looks a lot better. This actually looks really cool, especially when it's an adult. Maybe we'll capture this. I don't really need an air monster because Vitolka is just so good. But this does have some nice air spells if you're playing the game. Like, yeah, multi there. It looks pretty cool when you combine it too. Either way. Like if we combine this with Arpatron, you can make like a Pteranodon dragon. Or you can just make basically a Wyvern if you use Arpatron as the secondary. And these guys are very fast, as you can tell. He's getting 2 moves for, like, 1 move off of me. There's actually a specific monster I'd like to get today. Hopefully we can find it, because it's a little, I don't know, it's not difficult to get, but I was having trouble getting it to spawn when I was playing earlier. I will warn you, it's not a very, I think it's kind of cool, but it's definitely kind of a glass cannon monster, and it has decent spells, which is the main reason I'm interested in it. So we caught this Alco. I know it's technically Heralco, but I always remember from the second game that there's the Alco family, which are kind of all the birds. That's just how they refer to them. Although the second game's designs are a lot wackier than this game's designs. This game takes kind of a more serious approach. Whereas in the second game, there's like jet planes that have mouths and stuff like that. The second game is a lot more cartoony than this game. This game is actually fairly... I shouldn't say fairly, it's actually pretty damn serious. I mean, the monsters in this game aren't really cutesy. They're meant to look like monsters. Oh, we got this guy. Sometimes he doesn't spawn here. This is an interesting monster. I can't tell which variant it is. I think this is the Earth version, actually. Yeah, it's Terbeker. Yeah, vitolka. These guys are kind of cool. They're kind of like vampire wyverns, I guess, except they're albino. And they look really cool when you combine them with other monsters. I know the air version can put you to sleep. I forget what this one does. It might, like, petrify you. I don't remember. These guys are also pretty fast, as you can tell. I don't think these are particularly good monsters. I mean, they have good speed, and that's kind of it. But they are very cool, especially in combining. If you want to make an albino vampire dragon kind of thing. Unfortunately, I killed them both because vitolka is very strong. But we'll probably get another chance to get one. And level up for vitolka. Getting some nice stats there. Yeah, this area down here is actually where I was talking about the monster I was thinking about picking up. We'll see if he's down here. Here's our other skeleton key. And you might notice if we walk down this pathway, that this kind of ends and you can't go anywhere, right? So you might think, oh, well, I guess that's an area I can't access. But you can access it, as I will now show you. If, in fact, you walk around the other side and come to the front of this little stone section here, you'll find this little dragonfly symbol. You can touch it, and that causes the rocks to come up, I guess. Don't ask me about the physics of that. I guess magic, that's fine. This is a world of magic. And there's like 3 little areas we can now go to because of that. And the monster should appear in this one. Okay, it's the water version, but this is the guy we want. Yeah, I like pre-rendered backgrounds too, personally. So this is the Ojaye, I guess is how you say it. Don't let their appearances deceive you. These guys have quite a magic stat. And they have magic attacks to use it, so... They are slow, so there is that. But it might be worthwhile getting one just for the attack skills, as he's about to show. And in fact, I actually might try to get one if I don't kill them all. Mostly because I'm not using Muckatron, my Arpatron Muckambu. But But if I get one, I might combine it with him to give him that water spell, since he lacks that. He has the Medina spell from the Muckambu, which is just a cure spell. But it'd be nice to give him some offensive magic as well. There's also a fire variant of that guy that we want to pick up and possibly use with Asped to give him a nice little boost. Although right now it's not really necessary. Asped has a lot of abilities and magic. Yeah, these look like some... I'm not sure what to make of them. They remind me of something. They kind of look like a... I mean, they kind of look like some sort of beetle to me, but... Alright, let's attempt to capture this guy. Oh, welcome, Cheese. I'm just trying to capture this guy here, because he's a little magic nuke. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. It kind of looks like a beetle mixed with a slug, I guess. Alright, you can also touch this thing here. And if you notice, there was a giant rock covering up this entrance, and now it's gone, the one in the middle. We can go inside here. Oh, yes, this is, let's check this area right here for no reason, right? Here leans a curiously shaped tablet. Well, we got another tablet, guys. It is the secret of killing. Oh, that sounds ominous.
Any strong men here? Any, huh? Any?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you there! What are you doing? That's mine. Oh, you have some nerve. But you can't use that. Isn't that just too bad? Come on, just give it back now. Whew. Well then, I'll be off.
The secret of killing was returned. Thanks, you Birdman. Is that a person? Kind of. That is in fact the guy we were looking for, and he just kind of stole a tablet from us. By the way, you can actually do a glitch where you can keep the secret of killing. I didn't showcase it, but because it's just pointless, but people always wondered about the secret of killing, like what would happen if you actually kept it? What does it say? And it doesn't say anything. Oh, here's the fire version. This is the Fray. This is the only fire monster in this dungeon. Oh yes, Cheese, you didn't get to see that our monsters have gotten a lot bigger, as you can tell. Because they're leveling up, and that means they're growing up. I was kind of hoping to have a stream today without that happening, but it's never going to happen at this point. Oh well. Chesu. Chutsu sounds like a mouse. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Chusuke, which is like a mouse fighter. I'm not sure if it's based off of Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. Could just be a coincidence, I don't know. Oh, this is the warp gate. We don't have... Oh, that's right, we can't get that yet. Let me go back. I think this re-rolls it. I think the warp point re-rolls it. Let's see. It was blue before. Now it's red. Nice. Yeah, so if any of you are wanting to play this game, I think you should. Should point out that there is a multiplayer aspect of this game, and I think you can actually do online stuff depending on the emulator. So if you want to do PvP, if you're playing this game and you want to get a certain monster, that's a way you can do that, is to re-roll from the warp area. Let's see if we can capture this guy, because I accidentally killed them. And this is the air variant, I can tell by the wings. This guy can put you to sleep. His name is Maskira, not like the makeup. Okay, let's show off Asped, who's gonna blow these guys away. Or not. Don't put me to sleep, you little vampire wyvern things. I am curious about the AI, how it determines how to take certain actions. I don't know if it's just purely random or if it's situational, because I'm trying to incorporate kind of situational AI stuff in my game as well. Kind of like an enemy has a certain attack pattern, but if a player is asleep, for instance, they might use an attack that's more effective against sleeping enemies, that kind of thing. It would also depend on the enemy, because some enemies would have smarter AI than others. You know, I wasn't expecting to do this much of the forest while I was streaming. I might showcase some multiplayer stuff, because you can actually just do multiplayer against yourself. And I don't want to complete the forest, because in the next stream I'd like to talk to all the townspeople before completing it. Because as I was saying before you guys were in the stream, the townspeople react differently depending on what part of the story you're in. And there's some interesting dialogue and story bits. We just totally juked that Rigoo there. Let's grab this chest down here. Chestnut oil, blatilla oil, and Tendai Uyaku. The Tendai Uyaku is basically the Phoenix Down of this game. And I, of course, walked into it, yep, after gloating that I missed him. It's okay. Vitolka is going to send these guys to the Stone Age. Or the Age of Electricity, I suppose. Let's use Deva Malti. And now let's use Maltese. Again, not like the dog. It's funny I mentioned that because Three Dog Night, the 3 characters, I was thinking that the princess that they're searching for is a Maltese. I think that's just about everything. Yeah, we caught all the treasures. Oh, their battle theme? Yeah, I enjoy their battle theme. I need to talk to you because I have another battle theme. Unfortunately, I made that theme before I made the creatures, so I don't have the creatures, and the thing is, I don't know if you'd want to do them. I'm also having a hard time coming up with ideas to make them interesting. So if you or Cheese could come up with some stuff, that would be nice. To put it simply, they're kind of androids. I need 3 androids as bosses, and I'm having a hard time making them interesting and different from one another. Humanoid androids, yeah. They're actually kind of like android bounty hunters. So it's the opposite of Blade Runner, where bounty hunters hunt for androids. It's the other way around in my game, where androids are hired to hunt humans. I gotta cut it close here. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave. I'm not gonna leave the stream. I'm gonna leave the forest because if I go too far, it's actually gonna trigger the end. Spoilers, and we don't want to do the ending yet. So I suppose in the last few minutes. Yeah, that's why I was so surprised that I got through the forest that quickly. Let's talk to our wife.
Doing divine magic is very tiring. Ugh. After performing a purification, I feel so sluggish.
I'm sorry, Levant. I just have a headache. We can't go to bed right now.
Our enemy we love, and for the tormented we pray. Grant us, the beasts of knowledge, the power to touch the spirit.
Maybe we can make something cool. I was showing this Maskira thing. For some reason, I just triggered my Alexa. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. So we got this Maskira, right? This albino vampire wyvern. Let's see if we can make something cool. Let's take Arpatron, one of our many Arpatron, and mix them together. So if you need a refresher, that's little Arpatron there. That's Maskira. And this would be the result. I actually kind of like that. Huh. What if we reversed it? What if we put Maskira and then Arpatron? Interesting. Why is it yellow? Does blue and white make yellow? I guess technically, because it's air, it is yellow. So they do kind of color code the monsters a little bit. It does have a bit of yellow on it, but you wouldn't expect the mixture to make yellow. Huh. Let's look at this Ogier. Ogier. That seems like a Japanese word to me. Ogier. Kind of reminds me of Ojamas from Yu-Gi-Oh! What does this make? That's a little horrifying. I don't know why it has that stance like that. You know, I'm thinking... Let me look at this Ogier as its skills. It does have Valise. That's kind of nice, actually, for Muckatron. Here's Muckatron, if you guys don't remember. I think Chi said he looks like a piñata. So what if we mix Muckatron with the Ogier? So we could give it that water spell. It gets some nice stat boosts. Water attack, and it gets a Fang attack. And Valise and Medina. The funky cold Medina. What does it look like? Huh. That isn't too bad. You can see it actually keeps the horn from the Muckambu. That's neat. So your monsters, like, genetics do pass down. It takes certain aspects of all of them. What about the other way around? The Ogier with the Muckatron. Let's see. That's a little more blandish. I think I like Muckatron with Ogier. And it seems like the stats are better if we do it like this. I mean, technically it has a lower attack stat than Ogier, but better speed, better defense, and better normal attack. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Like I said, stats kind of follow a linear path.
O magical beasts who serve us, merge thy flesh to gain yet greater power. Reveal to us thy heroic form.
Yeah, I kind of like it too, Nemo. It's like a beetle dragon kind of thing, except it's blue with the red eyes. I think I like that. I think I like the blue body with the red eyes more than the purple with the green eyes. Okay, so what are we gonna call him? Well, he's water, and it looks like a beetle. Let's call him Atlantis. You know, like an Atlas beetle. And Atlantis, because water. Okay. I need to get rid of some of these Arpatrons, because they're taking up space. And you actually do have like a limited amount of stuff. Let's take this Alco, this little Pteranodon. See if we can merge him with an Arpatron. What does it make? Did I already look at this? Oh yeah, I did. Or I looked at the Maskira, and that's kind of similar. What if we mixed Arpatron with Heralco? What does this look like? That's kind of neat, actually. I really like the... I mean, the texture is a little more muted than the Heralco because you're mixing the two. Like, the red is a little less prominent, but that's because of the blue on Arpatron. I kind of like this, actually. Yeah, let's make it. And it becomes part water, part air. And as you can see, actually... Well, I guess I'll show it after.
Who serve us, merge thy flesh to gain yet greater power.
Yeah, we're going to skip your little speech here. we want to name this? Let's just call it our Balco. Yeah, why not? Let's try some more immersion. Rigoo. This little stone guy, or turtle with a human face. Just kind of unsettling to me. Let's combine him with an Arpatron. What does this make? That is quite a stiff tail you got there. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but the tail is kind of like a giant rock, like a stalagmite on his back. Okay. What about the other way around? Arpatron with Rigoo. Oh man, Arpatron has been hitting the weights here. You can kind of tell where the segments are. Yeah. It's not too difficult to figure out. Dude, this is a chunky boy. I love it. Got our nice little turtle dragon. What if we... Did I try this one? What is Rigoo with Maskira? Oh. Not as big as of a tail as Arpatron, but for some reason his legs are completely messed up. Probably because Maskira's legs are, yeah, just kind of dangling in the air. What if we put Maskira with Rigoo? That looks better than the other way around. Kind of like a green stone wyvern. It's interesting. Frey. What do I want to do with you? Did I say I was going to put you with Asped? Is that even worthwhile doing? Okay. Again, the texture looks cool, but... What about the other way around? Of course, that'll replace the snake texture, but... Oh. This looks like an alien. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I didn't mention this, but I used like one of the hornets to make this. I took 4 different monsters and combined the first 2, and then combined the results of that to make Asped. And it looks like it's retaining the like the hornet tail from one of the monsters I used. That's really neat. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna combine Arpatron with Maskira. Cause yeah, I can't deny a white or really an albino vampire dragon is kind of cool. So let's do that.
O magical beasts who serve us, merge thy flesh to gain yet greater power.
Yeah. You're just gonna keep complaining that I'm making you do all this. Listen, if my wife can't merge monsters, why should I even be married to her? Arpkira. I don't know. I was trying to quickly think of a good name for like a vampire dragon, like an albino vampire dragon. But I am running low on time. Did I capture 2 Maskiras? I don't remember that. I must have caught one off screen. What is this? Artash. Oh. That looks like a potash mixed with an Arpatron. Unfortunately, its eyes and mouth. Yeah, I should probably go to hell for forcing this thing into existence. Arpatron, Rigoo. I kind of like that one, yeah.
Oh, magical beast.
I kind of like the bulky bodybuilder turtle dragon. He seems swole. You know what? We're gonna call him that. He's Arpa Swole. Yeah, I just want to get rid of some of these. I mean, I like Arpatron, don't get me wrong, but you actually have a limited inventory, and Mabu is going to start yelling at us that we don't have enough space. So... Arpatron and Frey, does this look cool? Oh, we already kind of made that. Actually, we got plenty of space. This is fine. I was going to say this is fine, but I'm not sure now. This thing has dead eyes. It's like, why did you make me? Why did you bring me into existence, Chase? Look into my eyes and tell me, what is the point of my existence? Please, just end it. Alright. Well, let's rearrange everything. I think,
Well, good luck. I'll be here waiting.
Me too. So I think we're going to save there. I did not expect to finish the forest that quickly. To be fair, I also did some grinding off screen, so my monsters were totally just thrashing everything. So I think we're probably just going to end it there for today. And then the next time, maybe I'll start off by talking to all the villagers so we can see their unique dialogue. Then we'll finish the forest. That shouldn't take too long now. And then we'll find Kikinok, the guy we just... Actually, that was a nice little teaser for next time. Because Kikinok is an interesting fellow, as you can tell. Alright, thank you, Nemo. Thank you, Cheese. I will be on tomorrow. For anyone listening to the VOD, tomorrow Nemo and I are going to be doing a challenge stream, as we do every Saturday. So look forward to that. Thank you, everybody. This is Chase, signing off. Goodbye.